Welcome to Game Recipe. Today, we're gonna see how to play Flip the Dice game. Best with 3 players, and I'll give 2 for the weight. To set up, each player takes a pencil and a sheet from each pad. Together, these two halves make up your score sheet. Then, each player rolls 1 both die to determine their starting bonus. On their score sheet, they fill in the first 3 boxes corresponding to their rolled result. This immediately grants each of them a license and both of that type. Create the dice pools using both dice and town dice, according to the number of players. There will always be 1 more die in each dice pool than there are players. Give the first player marker to a random player, and now you're ready to play. Flip the Dice game is played over 10 rounds. Each round, you'll be selecting dice and marking the results in the corresponding boxes of your score sheet. At the end of the game, the player who scores the most wins the game. Both phase. The first player rolls the both dice pool. Then, in turn order, each player takes 1 available die from the pool and fills in the topmost open box in that section. After everyone has taken a turn, all players simultaneously use the lone die that remains. When you fill in an activation box in the top left section, you immediately launch a boat or activate a license of the corresponding type. To launch a boat, fill in the box next to the topmost available boat of that type. That boat will catch fish during the fishing phase. To activate the license, fill in the box next to the topmost available license of that type. The bonus is now active for the rest of the game. If you activate more than 1 license of the same type, that bonus is replaced by the stronger next level bonus. In addition, whenever you activate the second license of a type, you gain 2 coins immediately. All level 3 licenses are worth victory points at the end of the game. If you select the 3 coins die phase, you fill in the next 3 boxes on the coin track. Whenever a star box is filled in, you have triggered a star action, which allows you to immediately fill in any topmost open box. Income phase. In this phase, each player gains coin on the track, applying any bonuses from buildings or licenses they have. Fishing phase. This phase occurs even-numbered rounds only. In this phase, each player fills in 1 fish box on their launched boats simultaneously. There's one exception for this. Oyster boats can either catch 2 at a time or catch 1 fish with a coin bonus. If your boat is already full, it cannot catch any more fish. Town phase. In this phase, the first player rolls the town dice pool. Then, in turn order, each player takes 1 available die from the pool and fills in the corresponding box. After everyone has taken a turn, all players simultaneously use the lone die that remains. Let's have a look into full details of each town area. If you select a harbor die, you fill in the topmost open box on any ship in the harbor. When you fill in the first activation box of King Crab, you activate your King Crab license and immediately select 1 available bonus. Once the bonus has been selected, other players cannot select that bonus. At the end of the game, the license is worth 5 victory points and you also score for your selected bonus. Each time you fill in an activation box of Captain's Club, you carry out a personal fishing phase, catching 1 fish with each boat as normal. Your opponents do not catch any fish during this personal fishing phase. When you launch a research vessel, it is worth 1 victory point at game end. At the start of each fishing phase, the barge catches 1 fish for each full boat you have. An Inuit boat catches 1 fish during each fishing phase as normal. When you select a market die, you gain coins depending on the number of fish you have caught. When you select a wharf die, you fill in the topmost open box on any building in the wharf. Buildings on the wharf provide bonuses once the building has been completed. Each completed building is also worth victory points at game end. After filling in both boxes in Casino, you may reroll the die in either phase. At game end, with 2 victory points for each box filled in. After filling in the box, you may use a both die to fill in the matching type of hacks next to the seafood buffet instead of using it as normal. At game end, score bonus based on how many different hacks you filled in. After filling in both boxes, you may use any die to take a star action instead of using it as normal. You may do this up to 3 times during the game, filling in a star next to salvage yard after each use. At game end, with 10 victory points if you have filled in all boxes. Normally, at any time during the game, you may gain 1 coin instead of using a die for each action. But after filling in both boxes in bait shop, you can gain 2 coins instead when using any die as a coin. After filling in both boxes, gain 2 more coins when using the market. After filling in the box, gain 1 more coin for each full boat during income phase. After the town phase, the round is over. The current first player passes the first player marker to the left. Then a new round begins. After the 10th round, the game ends. All players sum up their scores across 5 categories. 1 victory point per fish caught on all boats. Victory points for each boat you have launched. Victory points for licenses. Victory points for buildings on the web. Victory points for King Crab license bonus. And the player who scored the most wins the game.